Welcome back students. Hope you understand our last session where we discussed about the basis of animal classification. And in today's session we are going to discuss marine lifestyle, primitive marine animals and some advanced marine animals. So let's start with marine lifestyles. Marine animal exhibit several types of lifestyles which are broadly categorized into zooplankton, nekton and benthic animals. So first is zooplankton. Zooplankton are the group of small animals that drift along with water current. They feed on phytoplankton or other zooplanktons. The crustaceans like krill, copepod make approximately 70% of the total zooplanktons. Zooplankton mostly microscopic in nature, but there are some zooplankton which are larger and visible with naked eyes like small jellyfishes. The next category is nekton. Nekton are the group of animals that are large and strong enough to swim against the water current or tides. They are carnivorous in nature and feed on other plankton or nekton. The cuttlefish, squid, shark are some of the example of nekton. The last and the third category is the benthic animals. Benthic animals are those animals which live at the lowest level of the water bodies like ocean or lakes. At very basic level, we can categorize or we can make two groups of benthic animal. First group involve those animals which are free to move from one place to another place, maybe in search of food like crab. And in second group, we involve those animals which permanently attach to their substrates like sponges. So these are the three lifestyles exhibited by the marine animals. Our next topic is primitive marine animals. Primitive animals are those animals which are not drastically changed over millennia and still remain similar with their ancestors. Let's start with the most primitive marine animals, that is sponges. Sponges family are extremely old. Some scientists estimated that they are 760 million years old. Even though they are classified as multicellular, but they are very much similar with colonial protozoa. Sponges are branched, cylindrical and hollow in structure. They contain a cavity enclosed by the body known as spongocle. Their body is supported by a skeleton which is made up of siliceous spicules or spongin fiber. Sponges consist of different type of cells. Like pinacocytes, they form an outer protective layer, and choanocytes, which maintain the water current inside the body, and amoebocyte that store reserve food. So these are the different cells present in the sponges. Sponges exhibit holozoic mode of nutrition. They capture food with the help of water current created by choanocytes. This food is then digested by the process of intracellular digestion and the remaining water thrown out of the body through osculum. In sponges, the process is like respiration, excretion takes place by means of simple diffusion. Sponges can reproduce asexually by budding, fragmentation and regeneration. Sponges can also reproduce by means of sexual methods like fertilization. In case of fertilization, a male gamete released into the water. Fertilization between this male gamete and egg cell takes place inside the body of neighboring spawn, resulting in the formation of new individuals. So these are the different facts related with the most primitive marine animals, that is sponges. Our next group in primitive marine animals is Cnidaria. Cnidaria include a diverse form like jellyfish, coral and sea animals. They are mostly marine except hydra, which is a freshwater fern. So such type of question may ask in entrance examination. Okay, now this Cnidaria is also known as coelenterate, which means a hollow gut. Cnidaria and their body consist of 2 or 3 layers, a gastrovascular cavity and a single large opening. This opening serves as both mouth and anus and usually surrounded by tentacles. Coelenterate consists of special stinging cell known as cnidocyte or cnidoblast. These cells are multitask in nature and help in food capture, defense mechanism and adhesion in case of sessile coelentrates. Coelentrates are carnivorous in nature and exhibit both extracellular digestion which takes place in gastrovascular cavity, and intracellular digestion which takes place in nutritive cell of endodermis. The processes like respiration, excretion takes place by means of simple diffusion like in case of sponges. Now you'd heard this term polymorphism, correct? Now this coelenterates also exhibit polymorphism and their body exists in two forms, polyp and medusa. In the life cycle of coelenterates, this polyp gives rise to medusa by asexual mode of reproduction and this medusa gives rise to polyp by sexual mode of reproduction. Now these are the different facts related to the coelenterates. Along with sponges and cnidaria, there are some other animals which are considered to be primitive. So just take a quick look on them. So first is Trichoplex adherens. Trichoplex adherens is a primitive multicellular organism and it has the only example of Placozoa. It has only few type of cell and it is believed to be a link between unicellular and advanced multicellular organism. Next is horseshoe crab. Horseshoe crab is also known as living fossil. It virtually remains unchanged from last 445 million years. Horseshoe crab has a well-developed immune system. Next is coelacanth. Coelacanth was believed to be extinct until one was found in 1938 at the coast of South Africa. Coelacanth lived up to 60 years and reached the length of 7 feet and weight up to 200 pounds. Next animal is nautilus. Just similar to the horseshoe crab, nautilus is also remain unchanged from last 500 million years. Nautilus is a species of cephalopod. That's why they have similarity with squid and octopus. And the last is lampreys. Lampreys are the jawless fishes. They are primitive and remain unchanged from last 360 million years. They are recently in news because their whole genome has been decoded. So these are the list of other primitive animals than sponges and cnidaria. The last topic of this session is advanced marine animals. Now, in marine life system, those animals which has well-developed vision system are considered to be advanced. Let's take an example of octopus. Octopus has some of the most advanced eye in all the marine animals. It has just double the amount of optic nerves when it's compared to human eye. The lens present in the octopus is fixed and muscle contraction help to focus the object. Scientists still studying the way in which octopus visually interpret the color, shape, size of the object. That's why octopus considered to be most advanced marine animal. Along with octopus, there are some other animals which has good vision system like colossal squid, mantis shrimp, barleys are some of those animals. So these all are advanced marine animals.